Okay, so we do occupy Bjornholm, and let's go to war here. Ah. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm wondering what happens if any of these empires implode. Uh-oh. You just said that, and I don't know where their capital... Oh, no, it's still there. Oh. Good for you. Being able to play through... It's interesting to be able to... Oh, what? They're already here? Oh, no. How did they get that so quickly? Oh, come on. A peasant band. Peasant rabble. Who, wait, no, did somebody just raid me? Oh, somebody raided me. I was like, wait, how did the peasant rabble get there so quickly? Number one, that should have not happened. That just fell, like, super fast. We won the war led by Duke of Slava and Novgorod against Dovyat Varvyai. Okay. Peasant rabble destroyed. Yeah, that's fine. Who are we... Oh, my goodness. Okay, another thing popped up here. Tiles can be created. You can call your ally. You can ransom 10 gold. Okay. 10 gold is 10 gold, but... Really, I mean, Lithuania, come on. These guys are having... Oh, and they're losing land to West Francia. This is the thing I'm afraid of. I don't want West Francia to get any stronger than they are, and they're hugely powerful already. They're the most powerful group here in the West. By far. How many personal holdings do they have? 6 out of 8, huh? Do we... what? We just got raided again? Okay. Yeah. So having your vassals fight each other, like you're talking about, is hilarious. I'm just like, oh, well, I can't stop you. I mean, I can step in and say, yeah, stop it. But at the same time, I can't really do anything about it. Sometimes they won't listen. Ah, okay. Here we go. Let's just win this once and for all here. Yeah, Sweden is not in the game. No, it's Gaivash. Gaivash is the Sami. It's a Sami kingdom, the kingdom of Sapmi. They own a lot of the land that was formerly Estonia because they won a subjugation war against Estonia. Sweden is gone. Sweden does not exist. England also does not exist. So in this playthrough, Sweden's gone, England's gone. Just completely, just gone. Okay, here we go. Profit. Monthly piety per night. Faith, creation, and reformation cost. Level of devotion impact. How about scientific? Here we go. Cultural fascination progress. Should have been doing that from the beginning. Yep, Gaivash is super big. I don't know how long they're going to be able to keep that up. I'm not going to face off against them. Lithuania is just losing. I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do here. I'm trying to help them out. How are we still losing this war? We've already beaten both of their armies. Do we take Harlan then? Okay, we need to claim on Miller right here. Countess Margareta Helgistota. What? Why can't we do any of this? Oh, she's too far away to interact with. Come on. That's an interesting thing. Minus 43,000... No, 434,084 days. Okay, cool. So are we permanently at war with them then? I don't know how that works. Lithuania, just become my subject. Can't I just ask you to become my subject? I guess I can't. That's terrible. They're losing almost every war that we're not helping them out with. Who is this against? Wait, my husband, I love this. My husband is going to war with them, and I didn't even know about it. What? Okay, Count Granvald is no longer a... Okay. My hunters captured this live stag, and its grace and majesty reminded me of you. Please accept it as a token of our everlasting friendship. Duke Vigo of Karelia. Let it roam the gardens. What is this? Impromptu venison feast? Nah. Let it roam the gardens. We have a wild boar in the garden. As one does. Ugh, I am done trying to defend the Kingdom of Lithuania. It was part of my family. It's my family's dynasty, but this guy is just... Oh. Yeah, he's made a real mess of it. Okay. Holy War for the County of Bornholm. We get 100 prestige. Obvi. Okay. County of Minsky believe in Vitalism and they do not pray to Ukol. How they worship is none of my business. They will pray to the gods. Don't really care. Who are we fighting against? These guys. Let's come back home and take them out. Don't think women were so prominent during medieval times, even depending on the culture. Yeah, it's interesting, right? If we take a look at the historical record, there are some instances where that was the case. Women did have a lot of power. And Aquitaine, Eleanor of Aquitaine, obviously being the foremost example that comes to mind. But a lot of that, too, is just, you know, do we have a complete historical record of what happened? I know more recent research, of course, if you look into Viking culture, women had a much stronger position socially than they did in some other Catholic countries. So a lot of the things is like we have to kind of construct our narratives based on the evidence that we have. And sometimes the evidence that we have just doesn't exist. And there's a lot of speculation in any historical period as to what was the case. But yeah, I've noticed that CK3 does a really interesting job of making women be a real big part of the dynamic, depending on the kingdom and the relationship you have. Okay, here we go. Enforced demands, locals pacified. Okay, now let's get rid of this army. Let's disband all of them. These guys are losing territory for... Okay. That's it. He's mucked it up too much. I'm going to have to... No. Okay, here's the thing. Islamic countries, as far as the time period, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was also... They probably didn't have too much of a say in how things were working. I don't know. I haven't really studied too much medieval history in that part of the world, so I wouldn't be aware of it. But based on what I do know, I don't think women had a prominent place in society then. Okay, so Lithuania is doing a real terrible job. Okay, troubling translation. As I step over the threshold to my court physician Herta's office, I find her bent deeply over a book. This translation of Herophilus is atrocious, she says with a sigh. If I were to follow these instructions, I'm likely to cure my patient as I am to kill them outright. Let me have a look. %. I help Herta translate the text. She increases learning by 2. I gain 300 learning lifestyle experience. Fantastic. I just need to take the title away from him. He's doing such a terrible job. He's made a real dog's breakfast out of this. Yeah, nah, I'm going to take this back because he's losing land to people like Finland for no reason. I'm going to take this back and I will take the kingdom and I will give it to my son and hopefully he'll do a better job, I guess. I mean, I can't really, unless I disinherit my son, right? There's no way to make sure that this doesn't pass on to him later. He's doing such a bad job. He's lost all of this territory. Look at this. This belongs to Iceland now. Lithuania's cut up into a bunch of different pieces. The Faroese control all of this. He's making... Yeah, this... nope. I think I'm going to go to war with Lithuania. And number one, let's make a claim here. I want this. I want this title specifically. Countess Margareta Helgesdotter. So let's convert to witchcraft, declare war. Wait. Pause. Why can't I declare war against her? Who's she at war with? Occupied by Countess Inga Baldursdotter of Orlan? A vassal in the Kingdom of Lithuania. I can declare war against her? And push for my claim. Oh, but I'd be fighting against King Havu. Okay. So, that's obviously not the thing. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I have not played any Islamic countries in CK3, so I wouldn't know how that works. But yeah, you're right. I think that would be more historically accurate to do it that way, where there's going to be a huge penalty for that. Because I don't think, as far as I know, there were any notable Islamic queens in Africa and the Middle East. That was a different case later on if you go to Southeast Asia, but that's a whole other different thing. If you go to like Bali or Indonesia, that's completely different. But here, in terms of what we see, yeah, that would be very surprising. That would be very unusual. Okay, so I think I might actually just declare war against Havu because he's up against it and he's doing a terrible job. What are my claims? Oh no, I want the kingdom of Lithuania. I have a claim, and this is the way I'm going to look at this. This is better for the kingdom as a whole. We can't do a subjugation war. That's not open to us. We do have a claim on the entire kingdom. So what I'm going to do is claim this entire kingdom because, like I said, I think he's making a dog's breakfast of it, and we're losing land to other kingdoms. I want this to still be our territory. We've lost almost all of our land here. We had all of this. All of this was part of Finland, and now it's lost to these really, really distant rulers. I mean, Iceland? West Francia, this is the thing that's the most... Okay, oh, are they actually at war with people? Is West Francia at war with anybody? Nope. But whoever holds this is... And that's the Duke of Kent. Pretty sure. Okay, so Duke Adalbert III, he is at war, and he's losing against Duke Frobert III of Jülich. Okay, so... Jülich. They're pretty powerful here. Yes. You're right. Yeah, in Catholic houses, it's mostly male-dominated. The reason why, in Scandinavia, so this is the thing, I made it that way. That's not the default. So the default in Scandinavia is male preference, but because of my religion, I've made it equal. So that's the reason why, at least in my playthrough, the women have a lot more say. It's not necessarily because they're Scandinavian, it's because of the religion, which I changed. So if we take a look at that, let's take a quick look. We're from Sumanusko. You start off, because they are a pagan religion, you have things that are accepted here that are not in other, say, Abrahamic religions. So divorce was always allowed, consanguinity was allowed to a certain degree, bastardry, you could legitimize bastards, and you can have consorts and concubines. That was always from the very beginning. But the thing that I changed same-sex relations to accepted. All of this right here, though, this was actually part of the Sumanusko religion from the beginning. So male and female adultery were accepted, witchcraft is accepted, close kinslaying is criminal, deviancy is shunned. But the only thing out of this that is not original was the same-sex relations, which I changed. And in terms of the clergy doctrines, clerical function was recruitment to begin with, clerical marriage is allowed, clerical gender could be either, and temporal and revocable clerical appointment was always part of this. Now, I did change from male preference to equal. I changed from righteous to pluralist, and lay clergy was also part of that too. Now, you also have some of their tenets, which are, these are all kind of hardwired from the beginning as part of the Sumanusko religion. So communal identity, ancestor worship, and sanctity of nature, those were all there from the beginning. So I did change quite a bit when I reformed it twice. But that a lot of that equality is because of the decisions I made to make it an equal religion. So this is the reason why Queen Ilmatar actually became queen, because before this change, Ilmatar's brother was actually next in line for the throne. He was my the former ruler's third eldest, but because I changed those rules to make it equal, the second eldest son's daughter was then next in line, which was Ilmatar, instead of my third eldest son. Because now they had equal claim based on the religious preference right here. Because it enabled the law of female preference, equal, and male preference succession. And if you look at the succession law, I actually haven't changed that either. It's still... I haven't added male preference, equal, or female preference. It's just, that's the way that it is. It's still just, there's no preference. It's based on birth order right now. So, birth order and religion, which gave her an actual claim, whereas before she was further down the chain. And yes, yeah, so religion does have a large part to play in this. So I I specifically, number one, it's very difficult. It's impossible, rather. You can't become feudal unless you have an organized religion. So the only options early on in the game were obviously Catholicism. The Cabalitic Jews were over here, so I could very easily convert it to them if I wanted to. But I had enough piety, and I was like, I want to retain the Sumanuska religion. So I tried reforming it. And so when I reformed it, it became an organized religion, which then later allowed me to settle to being a feudal ruler. Now, there was a bunch of other stuff that had to happen before that, but that was one of the key steps, is that you had to belong to a reformed religion or an organized religion. And so for me to do that, it actually drove a lot of my gameplay, because I had to seize the holy sites. You had to control at least 3 of them to to reform the religion. So those 3 holy sites were nearby. So I expanded into Estonia because of the holy site of Hiiumaa. I wanted to get the holy site of Raivola, so I expanded east into Karelia, and I still hold this territory of Akka in the north because it is a holy site. And so being able to take those things because I wanted to reform the religion drove a lot of my earlier game decisions. So yeah, it's kind of interesting how you choose to want to do that. So now we have the Reform Sumanusko, which is actually pretty prevalent because we've had a lot of effort we put in a lot of effort in converting people. I would release hostages on the condition that they would convert. So they brought the religion out that way. That's an easy way of kind of proselytizing by proxy. And then we have the old Sumanusko religion here. So they're still around. Now, Reformed Sumanusko, or the later Sumanusko, is this right here. So, interestingly enough, the same religious branch with different doctrines, right? Now, the only thing that changed between Sumanusko and the old Sumanusko was almsgiving, because that was the cheapest thing for my ruler to do, because the cost of conversion was so high. The only thing I could really do was alter one thing, which was very small. But in order to make it an organized religion, you had to reform it. So in order to make it, I just picked the cheapest thing I could do, which was still over 4,000 piety, to make it Sumanusko. So this is pretty much an undiluted version of the original religion, modulo one thing, which is very minor about levies and whatnot. But this is all still technically the same family, right? Reformed Sumanusko, Old Sumanusko, they're all Finno-Ugric, and this is the most kind of differentiating version is my religion, which is Reformed Sumanusko here. So the religion itself was actually called Sumanusko, but then you have the opportunity to change it. You reform it, and then you have an opportunity to change it. And so instead of making it a completely different name, because I wanted to, for the role-playing aspect of it, I just wanted to call it Reformed Sumanusko as opposed to a completely different thing. But it did force me to choose a new icon, so I couldn't keep the reindeer. Sorry, allergies. Okay, so I was at the point of declaring war on Lithuania because they're losing too much control here. I will take that kingdom from them, and then everybody else will have me to contend with, which could either be a good thing or a bad thing. But so the thing is because we don't have primogeniture right now, because that's a late medieval innovation. When succession happens, our twin brother, so our heir Lovisa, will get the Kingdom of Finland. Our heir will again get the Kingdom of Lithuania unless we disinherit him, which is a tricky game to play because you don't know what happens to Lovisa. What if something happens to her? We don't have a successor ready, and it could pass on to somebody completely unplanned for. So if we can get Lithuania, we can have the kingdom. It'll still be ours. We'll have more control over it. I don't know if we're going to be able to control all of this, but we will have vassals that are then vassalized who consider us their liege, not the Kingdom of Lithuania. And hopefully we'll be able to maybe get something better instead of this mess right here. Because right now what I'm worried about, other than actually keeping the title for myself, which is a concern, my bigger concern is that this is so weak that West Francia is going to expand. It's going to expand into what I consider to be our version of the Mare Nostrum, right? So we control a lot of this area. I want it to be that way. I want it to stay that way. If Lithuania is still at the helm, they're going to be losing territory left and right to a bunch of different people, and I don't want that to be happening. So we're going to take over this. Now, I could theoretically go to war because of the County of Mura. Bigger picture, though, we want to have the kingdom title. So let's go ahead and save now. And we're just going to call this the Lithuanian War. Okay. So much for taking that break. I will take a break soon, but half an hour or so probably. Ish. But I'm going to go and declare war. He likes me a lot, but I mean, dude, you're dropping the ball so hard. I'm going to take the Kingdom of Lithuania. They only have 30 men. It's going to be a, it's going to, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, bud. You did such a bad job. You're doing such a bad job at this. Such a bad job. No, we need to keep the integrity of our dynasty. You're letting all these people in. It's going to make it way harder for us later on. You're screwing the pooch, bud, and I'm not going to let that happen. Yeah, see, that's the thing. If you let an empire get way too powerful, how are you going to stop them? You can't, unless you have a really, really powerful set of alliances. So right now, the Byzantines are the most... The Byzantines and West Francia. West Francia is the one I'm worried about. Look at this. They have a bunch of territory throughout Norway. They have it in England. They have it in Sweden. They have all of Denmark. They're starting to get the northern coast of Germany, and they have all of northern France and some of, you know, Switzerland. These are all obviously the modern nation states. So if they get too powerful early on, how are we going to stop them later? We can't. So we need to make sure that we control this area as thoroughly as possible, or at least have a powerful counterbalance to them, which is the reason why I haven't really set my sights on Gaivash. Now, Gaivash obviously controls most of the territory we want for the Empire of Sweden, or the Empire of Scandinavia, but they're not my main concern. We're on relatively good terms with them. My main concern is West Francia. They have a different religion, they have a different culture. Not to say that that's all that it is, but that's important, right? Because it depends, that'll, you know, affect how people accede to your rule, how they accept your rule. Okay, planned cultivation, increased development and county efficiency. Okay, let's do that. This is all good for increasing, speaking of which, increasing control in county. Let's increase control here in Finland. We need to be able to win this war and quickly. That way their vassals become my vassals. And then I'll just go ahead and take away Möre from Countess Margareta. So let's see, what happens to West Francia? Have they changed their succession laws? Because you, like you said, it might be interesting. What does their succession law look like? Kingdom of West Francia's high partition male-only law. Okay, so I'll pass to Prince Wolfram of West Francia. Oh, they have a lot of tiles that are beholden to them. So we'll see. We'll see. But Duke Wolfram, Prince Wolfram, yeah, we'll see. Their leader is aging. He's not old, but okay. So we now control Uppland, and we have. See, this is the thing that really sucks about this war. This is technically an internecine war, right? This guy is my uncle. These guys are my cousins, and I don't enjoy this. But the thing is that they're losing so much land, and they're losing so many wars. And if they continue to do this, this area will be controlled by people who are not part of our family. Number one, they're not part of our cultural group, and they might expand to the point where they're going to be really, really difficult to rein in later on, and that's going to make my job way more difficult later on down the line. So right now, yeah, we only have a couple of kids, so that's going to be a little bit easier. So we're able to do that because we have this restraint, the ability to be celibate. Now, who are these people? Companions of the Woods. I don't even know who those people are. I think those are just hostile armies. I don't even think we're fighting them. Tulita of Rasenia has a county claim on the county of Rana. Okay, by right. My vassals inform me of an obscure law in the county of Slutsk that states none but the queen may be its protector. Huh. Normally such an archaic law would be dismissed, but it offers me a unique chance to put Countess Amu, my vassal and current ruler of the county of Slutsk, in her place. Countess Amu of Serpils, Count Arto of Grobin. Where is this? Where is Slutsk? I know it's southeast here. So who controls this right now? Put Countess Amu there, my vassal and current ruler of the county of Slutsk, in her place. Ah, to put her in her place. So then it would be my territory to administer directly. I get an unpressed claim, but I don't want that. I mean, what is this? it's somewhere in the cuts. I don't really need that. You can keep the tile by my grace. But it would stress me out to take it away from her, so I don't know. No. It's worth me taking that claim and not getting more stressed out. Seems to be an issue that she has here. And yeah, this would technically then become my territory. This all was unified, except for this portion that's controlled by Gaivash. But the Faroese Islands didn't have any claims here. Lithuania was technically part of Finland for a while because we didn't actually raise the title. The title was created by default. Write thoughts down. Let's do that. Okay, dip my pen once more. Lose 24 stress. Perfect. Right at the cusp here. Uh-oh. Why are we losing so much gold? That wasn't... what? What? We weren't losing 7 gold before when we raised our armies. I don't know why it's costing so much more now. It's because we don't have the men-at-arms kind of deal. The discount that we had earlier. Okay, so it's way more important now to reduce men-at-arms maintenance by 27%. So that should fall from 7.6. So this is controlled by somebody else. Where should we send our armies off here? Or actually, I think we should probably send them south. Capture more of this land here. Where's the Lithuanian army to begin with? Ah. There are so few of them, I don't even know where to send my armies. Tiles big... Okay, what? Low control and Yudong. You're in debt. Okay, that makes sense. Again, I don't know why this is costing so much. This is... Oh, we're embarking. But still... 18? 18. It makes no sense. Okay, that's where this army... Who is this? The County of Åland? Siege 1. Okay. How long is it going to take? 3 months. I don't want to lose this Uppland again. Okay, so we should be able to kind of sweep all these territories up here. Aspiring Blade Master. Nice. Who's this? Vestmannaland. First Army of Vesteros. I don't even know who's trying to attack whom here. Oh, it's one of their vassals trying to take it back. Okay. I was wondering who that was. Okay, let's see. Who else? Okay, we can't loot anything from here. Baratia we can, Yatvyagi we can. So let's go to Yatvyagi. Okay, so that siege was broken. I don't even know who controls Vestmannaland. Oh, they're the Danelaw. Count Frederick Sigbjonsson of Vestmannaland. And who are these guys? Who are these armies? County of Plis Française. Okay, so that's what I'm worried about. I don't want that to go to France. County of Plis Française. We need to take that. That's way more important. Somewhere in the cuts. Yeah, sorry. I think that's like that's some California slang. Holy War for the County of Skolovia. Who? Ferriar. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it is my husband. I'm not going to decline that war. For the County of Skolovia. But the County of Skolovia is over here, isn't it? Ah, never mind. Skolovia is down here. That's right. Well, technically, we're at war here, are we? I don't even know. Okay, 10 gold, sure. Who are these people? Low county control in Yudong. I guess I don't really care. That's not really my territory, so whatever. Oh, I mean it is. Oh, it is. Never mind. In the Bay Area, I am somewhere in California. I like keeping that as a general kind of, okay, location near the Pacific Ocean in California. Mira. I think that's Mira. Anyway, so this is controlled by Count Giselbert of Brie Française. I don't want that to be controlled by them. I don't know if this actually works. I mean, who cares who controls it now, right? Oh, and then this is Frederick Sjogelsson. I want to be the one to win the war against the Lithuanians. I guess not Lithuanians. The Kingdom of Lithuania? Under siege. Who? Reval is under siege. By whom? Okay, Kirsten. Oh, we don't have money to hire her yet. Oh, come on. Who is this? Like, Chieftain of Shetland. Oh, okay. Now we're involved in a couple of wars here. Oh, there's 5 men. How many people do they have? How large is their actual army? Do they have an army? 16 soldiers, so that is their whole army for the most part. I don't know who these people are. I don't really have a claim against them. But now they're going to capture... now they're going to capture that. That's going to be inconvenient. Okay, hopefully this war will be done quickly, because that's the only thing they want. And then they're capturing that. Oh no, Duke Vigo's wounded. Ooh. Ooh. Erik the Steward of Chieftain Gerald of Shetland. Why? You know what? It's because they got that territory. Wait, this is controlled now by whom? Giselbert. Guichard. We just need to capture all this land down here. Because if we keep going back here... I don't know if we could just... No. Yeah, obviously, why would they accept that? It's their entire kingdom. They're going to fight to the last man. Well, we need to capture all this. Who is... Okay, that's our territory. Who's at war with them? Budo of the Peasant Revolt. This is sending us into a lot more debt than I really was expecting. Wait, we have prisoners. Can we sell? I keep calling them selling prisoners. You don't sell prisoners, you ransom them. Prince Tatatieto. Oh, well, he can't because there's no money. And nobody else has money. How about Beten Priglusas? Oh, let's have her just convert. How about demand conversion? Bo. I don't know who that is. Baga. Who is this guy? Let's have him demand conversion. Negotiate release. Erik. Who's this guy? Will not accept. Ah, okay, so he's very much against conversion. Well then, fine. Okay, scholarly circles. Pedagogy. Let's see, scholarly circles. Learning per level of devotion, +2. Okay, good. Now we can control Yadvyagi. How about Trakai? No loot there. Oh no! Ill. Suitable. Okay, so let's do no more than what's necessary. Okay, good. Good. How about Palmasania? Palmasania has some... Nope, nope. These guys are all looted out, it looks like. Okay, so this is a problem. Lithuania is at war with a bunch of different people for a bunch of different reasons, and I don't know what the claims are going to be when all of that, when the dust settles. Invasion of the Kingdom of Sweden. This is for the County of Södermanland. This is for the Duchy of Småland. Wait, what? How are they... Oh. Okay. Pause real quick. So they're trying to get this Duchy of Mura from us. So... there's so many different claims right now. I can't keep them all straight. It turns out that they're at war defending against this guy from Östergötland, who is part of West Francia, from getting this the ducal seat here at Mura. So we need to take that. If we don't take that, they'll win that war and they'll take this away. So we need to actually kind of leave whatever we're doing here, send it back to Mura, hold on to that. Okay, an unexpected visit. With my mind set on a relaxing evening, I'm heading for my daughter Lovisa's chambers with some wine and a chess set. Without knocking, I push her door open. Lovisa is seated by her desk, writing furiously. As I clear my throat, she jumps out of her skin. She quickly stuffs a roll of parchment into her pocket and turns towards me with an uneasy look upon her face. What are you hiding? Show me at once. Return later and search her chambers in secret. Nah, respect her privacy. What are you hiding? Show me at once. Did she really think I wouldn't see that? Give it to me at once. With a shivering hand, Lovisa offers me the crumpled parchment. Well, well, well. How delightfully wicked. According to this blackmail letter, Lovisa is a sexual deviant. How considerate. Well, I'm not going to turn against my own daughter, so whatever. At least there's no reason for me to. Yeah, my wine and chess set. Yeah, I used to, when I was a kid, I used to romanticize the Middle Ages. Oh, 50 gold? Yeah, sure. I used to romanticize the Middle Ages, and then I realized how brutal everything was. It's like, ugh, okay, no, that's a lot. Wait, who controls this? Oh, good. Wait, who controls this now? I just want to make sure they didn't lose any land that I actually wanted. Oh, they did. Okay, they lost this. Great. Now the county seat belongs to West Francia, which they can use as a premise for war to get the rest of this. That sucks. That sucks. I'm kind of waiting. Let's see. I mean, we could theoretically push things in that direction with West Francia, but now... Okay. Now, we need to send this army back to Lithuania. Let's just go to Södermanland. Yeah. Yeah, the Leisure Time, it's kind of funny. I don't know if you've ever watched The Great. It's a great series, really entertaining on Hulu. It's about Catherine the Great. It's kind of a fictionalized account, but still really, really interesting. So you get to see this kind of like modern sardonic take on what leisure means to people in the pre-modern era. And obviously that's very different from the Middle Ages, but just the level of kind of frivolity that you see there is like, huh, okay, sure, go ahead, that makes sense. Go ahead and do that. Okay, now we'll finally fight. We'll fight the Lithuanians and maybe win a battle on the open field, and then that might actually swing the war score further in our direction. We still haven't actually fought them. There's such a small army. There we go. I don't want to kill anybody, just surrender. Okay, there we go. There we go. And that's the end of the war. That's all we needed to do? We could have ended that so much sooner. We could have ended that so much sooner, and we could have retained some of those counties instead of giving them up to places like West Francia. But I'm not going to save scum. We have what we have, which is pretty much everything. So we just captured King Havu. Obviously, he had like, what, 50 men? What are you going to do? So we now have the title. Let's see. I haven't actually fought for a kingdom title before, so let's see what happens here. We get the Kingdom of Lithuania. We gain 300 fame, and our allies share 300 prestige, which didn't become a thing. King Havu of Lithuania becomes my vassal. Okay, so that's the thing. We hold the title, but he becomes my vassal. Allies share 300 based on contribution, blah, blah, blah. So Duke Taisto becomes my vassal, Count Lemeti becomes my vassal, and Countess Stefana becomes my vassal. Here we go. Became a vassal of you. Okay, so be it. So now he is the Duke of Uppland. But now this is Finland again, and there's no more Lithuania. So, we are still at war with the Faroese Islands here. So let's not disband our armies too quickly. I was just about to do that. So let's send them down here. So, success, right? Oh, actually, we can fight these guys here. So, Prince Havu of Finland, let's sway him. Actually, we don't need to sway him. He's pretty weak. Don't have to worry about that. Now, we do have a couple of other... Count Egil Ranvaldsson of Dalabergslagen. So his father was the one who we didn't quite get along with. Who else is a new vassal here? So we have Count Lemeti of Trakai, Ilona Volkovisk. They were already a vassal of us, and Duke Taisto of Prussia. So he controls all of these. Okay, so he controls these, and these are his direct vassals here. But he's, you know, we're on decent terms. So we just need to fight these guys and then end the war there. Enemy Allied drones war. Okay, so new war. Count Fredrik Sjönbjörnsson of Västmanland. Invasion of the Kingdom of Sweden. I don't get that. It's not created yet. Västmanland. Okay, so no, let's handle this first. Oh, come on. Really? It seemed like unnecessarily roundabout. Mystical knowledge. Okay. I wonder. Let's see. Yeah, I did this with the previous monarch. Scandinavian unit against the Franks. We'll see. Locked in a room, strange powders on a burning fire provided overpowering heat, smoke, and smells as I tried to feel the things that lie beyond the world of the senses. I will continue to experiment. So right now we could probably unify with the Gaivash. The Gaivash are probably our best bet, but the thing is that they control a lot of territory too that we want eventually, but that's the only counterbalance we have to the West Franks. They're in a tremendous amount of debt, though. I don't know exactly what happened here. Uh-oh. This is so frustrating. Whatever I do, I cannot capture the feeling I got from my first mystical experiments that says that something is there just out of reach, is simply gone no matter what I do. Alright. I gained dangerous habits for 5 years. Uh-oh. Trying to chase that feeling there. Holy War for the County of Sydamanalan. Okay. So they're actually... Resistance to conversion. Task finished. Increased control in county. Let's take another look here. Is there another? Uppland. We need to... Well, it's not really my own. Not really my thing. How about Jutland? Gotland. Nyland. None of these are my territories, so I guess he could just work on keeping things... I mean, Uppland, that would help. Or we could reduce the upkeep. Train commanders. There we go. Oh, here we go. Spread culture in, say... Nudung? Okay, so we need to capture Sydamanalan, and then hopefully we'll win that war. We're at war with a few people here. Holy War for the County of Skolovia, attacking Count Frey Ferriar. Uh-oh. They're going to be getting that. Are we winning that war? for the County of Skolovia. That's right. It's controlled by the Faroese. Their defenders. No, we should be able to win that. Okay, now they've recontrolled that. We're going to take care of this little annoyance first, and then we'll turn our attention east. Westmanland invasion of the Kingdom of Sweden. Defending against Countess Katarina of Westmanland. Yeah, so we'll take her territory. That should be done. There we go. So we'll enforce the demands. We gain 105 prestige. And they pay us 132 gold. That will take us out of debt. Thank you very much. I captured Countess Katarina's half-sister Linda and 2 others during the siege of Westeros. Holy War for the County of Södermanland against Count Henrik of Öland. Oh, okay, so we just move our army here. Oh, let's take a look at the succession law. Okay, so now Johannes is going to get the Kingdom of Lithuania and all of the counties that go along with it. So, County of Finland gained lackluster administration. Who are we fighting against? Attackers? County of Öland. Where is Öland? A vassal in the Kingdom of West Francia. Really? Okay. Öland? Oh, it's right there. Get out of here. And who's this guy? We need to fight all these tiny armies because that increases our war score by a lot. Those are easy wins. Now we need to get to Öland. Now I actually don't want them... these guys... I want them to be independent. Oh no, they're a vassal in the Kingdom of Francia. Right. If we zoom out... Ugh, that's rough. But they will probably have a lot of succession issues, so we'll see what happens then. Okay, we're going to control this. We're going to attack that in just a minute. I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. Lackluster administration. Let's have them reform that, because that is technically our own personal domain. Now, I want the County of Uppland to actually be part of my domain. It's not going to drift for a while, so we'll have to wait. But Gotland should be ours. Within our title. Okay, Finland. Nice. I like how that scrolls now. How they put that there. That's very nice. Now, Grodno. Are they independent? They're just... Can't we just annex them? Offer vassalage. Nope. He's not de jure my vassal. Right. The holding is now occupied by Count Frey. Oh no! What? Wait. Okay, I took my foe Count Henrik hostage during the siege of Bolkholm. Okay, so that should be end of that war. We gain 50 prestige, or 50 piety, 7 gold, and 100 prestige. Enforce those demands. Thank you very much. Prisoners can be ransomed. Mayor Olaf for 30 gold, sure. Who is this guy? Yep. Set the deal. Okay, yeah. Okay, for 10 gold, that's fine. He's my cousin anyway. We are now Paragon of Virtue. Okay, we need to go here and confront this army. Oh, actually, no. Let's, oh, yeah, well. Yes, because they're going to go after him. Now, this is one of those things where if we confront their army and we defeat them, they won't have any way to reinforce, because they don't have any territories except for Resenii here. So as long as we can face them in battle and defeat them decisively, that should be the end of the war. Or at least at that point, we're just going to end up chasing them down. So here we go. That should be... Okay, it's because we have disembarkation. We have summoning sickness, if you want to look at it that way. It's kind of weird that's even. But I thought we'd have a much larger advantage. Let's take a look at this. Oh no, Count Olavi was slain. Oh, and Ilona. Wait. Oh no! Oh. That sucks. That was like her best friend in the game. Well, I'm gonna make these guys pay. Nice. And that's the end of the battle. Well, I actually don't have any control over that, right? Because I'm not the one who's at war with them. Oh, Count Olavia Tartu and Countess Ilona. Oh, boo. Okay, who's going to be our new chancellor? Prince Havu. My uncle. Okay. I'll trust you with that. Okay, we get 100 prestige. So be it. And that belongs to us now as well. For Skolovia. Now, Resenia and Memel are still Ferroyar, but... we have Duke Taisto of Prussia. Let's disband all of our armies because we are technically at peace. And if you take this out... so now, the Duchy of Uppland belongs to us. All of your base are belong to us. There's a de jure drift happening in Gotland, so we don't have to worry about that. And there's also de jure drift happening here in Uppland. So we'll look at that next in terms of integrating that into the Kingdom of Finland's patrimony. Profit, monthly piety per night, radiant level of... okay, pedagogy, because then this unlocks a couple of different things. Theologian, we don't really... monthly piety plus 20. It's not terrible. Faith creation and reformation costs. This is what actually made it a lot more possible to reform the religion. But I don't have any problems with the way the religion is right now. So let's say pedagogy. How are our children doing? Okay, so she does have 3 children. Tuia, Mialiti, and Arto. Okay, so in terms of succession, that's pretty clear. Greetings, my implacable liege. I hereby invite you to a feast at my court in Piltene. It'll be my pleasure. Countess Birgal. Look forward to this. What started as an ordinary feast became an exceptional one thanks to the presence of Urho. We spoke all evening about all manner of subjects, and as things would have it, we have to seem to have a lot in common. I had such a good time with him. What a good evening. I actually want Johannes to be the heir, to be completely honest, and he does have children. As one plate of food is replaced by my next, the vassal Countess Birgal goes on and on about friendship, and that was how we salvaged that mess. Are you sure I'm not boring you, milady? No, 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 please go on. Okay, so I think I might actually try to disinherit Lovisa. Johannes seems to be a much more interesting possible heir. Distract the converging guests. Farewell, my vassal. Okay, so Johannes actually has more traits that I like. He's trusting, he's temperate, he is stubborn, he's an adequate bargainer, and he's also a witch. And he has a bunch of claims here. 2,000 prestige, 500 piety, and she's negative piety, and she has a lower level of prestige. She's already poor. I don't even know how she's losing money. She's a treacherous villain. She's arbitrary, sadistic, and impatient. I don't like her as an heir, so I think what I'm going to do is disinherit her. Neither one of them have the Kalevan name, or the Virtanen name, just solely Virtanen. We'll have to figure out how to do that later on. Organized service for 5 years, holding taxes. Virtanen dynasty is known far and wide. Fantastic. We are famous. Next level is glorious. Okay. So I think what we might do here... Why am I still in debt? That should have changed at the beginning of the month. That's a bug. King inspires recruitment. County of Santa Cunta gained focused recruitment for 10 years. Nice. Okay, let's take a look at this real quick. We can increase control. We should probably increase control here in Uppland. Yeah, because we're at arms maintenance right now is not going to be that bad. Oh, 5% or 5? Over time that actually adds up. So we're not doing anything with that currently. Now, what we can do... Knight significantly improved. Lovisa. So, increases her prowess by 2. So, I think she'd be a good soldier. But I don't want her as the heir. I've decided that. She's grown into an adult and she doesn't... I don't like what she's become. So, I'm going to disinherit her. And make Johannes the heir. Now, if we take a look at the succession, it's Lovisa, then Tuya, then Mialita, then Arto. So it's not even our son. Okay, we're going to pause this right now. Because... I don't know how she's the eldest. Did she come out first? I have no idea. They're twins, so technically they're the same age, but maybe she came out first. And then it's her, and then her children. Tuya, Mialiti, and Arto. None of whom are the brother Johannes. I'm going to... and if we take a look at his sons, Mialiti, Talviki, and Pavo, I am way more a fan of him than I am of the daughter. So, Imana Vaiga, and so she's related to House Vaiga. And that's a claim here. Oh, Tartu, what happened here? Oh, when did this become ours? Oh, great. I didn't even know that happened, but perfect. Now, that's the reason why we've been able to create the Duchy of Livonia. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the inheritance around. Yes, I'm going to shuffle the inheritance.